Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, this video is going to be all about Vincent. I'm going to take a quick look at his limit breaks, and then I'm going to be going through each of his new permanent pool weapons, taking a look at them at OB10, just so that we can get an idea of where Vincent is going to fall into Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be doing a bunch of ticket pulls. I haven't used any of my Vincent tickets. I have 10 5-star guaranteed tickets. So if you guys are looking for some fun pulls, I'm going to be doing them at the end. Also, depending on how my ticket pulls go for Vincent, might kind of sway me in a direction towards what I want to do with him as a character. So when I pulled for Cait Sith, or when I didn't actually pull for Cait Sith, but when I used Cait Sith's tickets, I did not really have great luck, and it led me to believe that maybe chasing Cait Sith was not the right path, at least for my account. All right, so first things first, guys. I'm going to go over to the Vincent right here, and I want to take a look at his 3 limit breaks, all right? Because they are super interesting. Vincent is a very limit break focused character, so it is pretty interesting to check them out. So the first one here is going to be Berserk Dance. I have this at level 5 right here, so we can't see the full specs on this. Charge speed 1800, which is standard for the normal ones. And as you guys can see, it deals physical, magic, non-elemental damage upon a single enemy. The lower your HP, the higher the ability potency, which maxes out at ×3. So this one right here would go all the way up to over 3700%. I'm guessing that the best time to use this would be like right when Reprieve pops, for those of you guys that have his new costume. He has a lot of these mechanics where it says the lower your HP, the higher the ability potency, which works perfect for him because he's not going to take a death hit, and then boom, as soon as he does and he courages, he can immediately toss this limit break and have it do massive damage. And mine is only half leveled, guys. I have him at 59 right here. This is only level 5. So this is probably going to get up to like around 1500 or so percent, meaning 4500% is pretty damn insane. All right, now let's take a look at the second one right here. This one is super interesting. So massive charge speed here, 4000 charge speed. So we're looking like Bahamut level charge speed. This one, Beast Flare, deals 1500 physical, magic, non-elemental damage with a range of all enemies. Also, high decreased physical attack. This is interesting. High decreased. So is this just a high tier, max tier high? So this is like a triple debuff. Range all enemies, physical attack, magic attack. Now the interesting thing here is ignores resist. So I'm wondering if what this means is that, let's say you have a character like Elena who, you know, is immune to physical attack down. If regardless of the fact that she has that immunity, this will still break her attack, her offenses, right? This would still break her physical and magic attack. If that's true, this is exceptionally good for Vincent, especially with his latest weapon, which has a multiplier if the enemy has a debuff. So essentially what this means is that as long as you have this limit break, you can always have that debuff up. The problem here, guys, is the charge speed here. Now, he does have like a limit break acceleration built into some of his weapons. It's definitely going to make this faster than charging like Bahamut Mega Flare, right? But it's still going to be slow. So relying on this to have your character putting on a debuff might not be super effective, but most enemies can be debuffed in some way, shape, or form. So I think that Vincent is going to fall into the meta pretty well in that regard. Super interesting. I'm curious to see what this looks like at max level. I'm a little bummed you can't actually check them out. Now the last one here, guys, this thing is insane. I cannot wait to use this ability. So Chaos Rampage, charge speed also slow as hell, 4000 charge speed. But look at the frickin' stats on this. Deals 6000% physical, magic, non-elemental damage, single enemy. Also, physical attack is increased, extra high. So this is a new kind of mechanic here for buffing right here. So it's going to increase physical and magic attack to extra high. I'm guessing that's 4 tiers, guys, instead of 3, which is crazy, right? And then on top of that, when his HP is 30% or less, haste is applied, duration 20 seconds, extension 20 seconds. So super, super, super crazy. I'm guessing Vincent is going to get a haste weapon here in the future. This is an absolutely insane ability. The charge speed is the only thing, but if you can really get his limit break acceleration up, this could be a massive, massive, massive hit to be saving for, like, boom, you take that death blow, you unlock Chaos Rampage, you do major damage, huge buff, and haste. It's just super, 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 super cool. I'm going to finish Beast Flare first, and then I'm going to go into Chaos Rampage. And I think I'm just going to leave Berserk Dance at level 5, since I think I'll probably be running one of these two, but we'll just have to see over time. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude his limit breaks. That being said, let's jump over to the actual banner, and I'm going to go through each of his weapons one at a time here, guys. Alright, so the easiest way to do this is just go to the wish list right here, go down to Vincent, and we're just going to one at a time go through these weapons. I'm going to look at all of them at OB10. Alright, they are all permanent pool. This one is not permanent pool. This is his newest weapon right here. I did a to pull or not to pull video on this. Fantastic weapon, and I've already covered it, so I'm not going to cover this one, but it is exceptionally good for those of you that do pull it. Now let's go to the next weapon here, alright? Quicksilver at OB10 is going to have 628 physical attack. It is going to be a 4 ATB cost, 750% physical non-elemental damage. It does have a crit rate of 10%. The lower your HP, the higher the ability potency, max 1.5 times. So 1.5 times this is 375 plus 750. So that's 1050, 1125%. So pretty solid. However, the lower your HP, we don't know exactly how low the HP has to be in order for this to go off. You don't really want him hovering at low HP. He does have the reprieve, but that only triggers one time, right? So after that fires, he's definitely killable. So I feel like this weapon has, you know, potential, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't really fit how we want to be utilizing these teams, where you're not really going to want Vincent hovering that low when he only has one reprieve. If he could reprieve over and over, that would be great, but I just don't think it's going to work that well. This one has attack and limit break potency. The limit break potency right here and the attack is super good on the R abilities, especially for him. And for the support material right here, ability damage 10%, physical ability damage 20%, physical ability damage 20%. So like I'd say like a B+ right here. So pretty interesting, not great. Let's go to the next weapon here. All right, so we have double stem E, 655 magic attack. This one is Poison Sphere plus Fuss, 4 ATB cost, deals 520% magic non-elemental damage. All enemies, increases limit gauge potency by 3%, range self. All right, when HP is 30% or less, ailment poison is applied, range all enemies, duration 25 seconds, extension 6 seconds. Now, poison is RNG as far as I know. This does not guarantee that poison is going to drop. This is another one of those things where you want his HP to be low. However, I'm going back to the thing where reprieve is only going to go off one time. Other than that, when we play these battles, these hard battles, we are trying to keep our characters topped off as much as possible. So I'm not really a fan of the 30% or less, especially for something where you're trying to re-inflict poison, right? So it just becomes like this RNG thing where you're trying to get his HP low, but that's also dangerous for the battle. And I like the idea of an AoE poison, but 30% or less is just super, super risky. Now, looking at the R abilities, magic attack, magic ability potency, not bad. Support abilities, also not bad here. So this weapon is just like the first one. I'll give it like a B, I think, and that's being maybe a tad generous. It just depends. If the poison is still RNG, if this is a guaranteed poison, that changes things, but I'm guessing it's still just like Bio, where it can miss. Like, sometimes, for those of you guys that have really used it in battles, it can miss like up to 5 or 6 times in a row sometimes. So this could be a super pain to use. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that has a higher chance of poison. All right, so let's go to the next weapon, guys. The next weapon is called Chiron. All right, at OB10, it has exactly the same physical attack and magic attack at 583. Sage Shot plus ATB cost 4, deals 510% physical non-elemental damage. Also, when character's HP is 50% or more, Earth Resist is decreased, potency high. Okay, now let's go back and look at this thing at base, because this is the first Earth Imperil weapon in the game, as far as I know. At base, it does go to high, which is fantastic. All right, so that's really good. This is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to have, especially since it is the first Earth Imperil weapon. Now, getting it past OB6, I think, is not really necessary unless you're really looking for our abilities here. But there's not a huge jump between OB6 and OB10. But the R ability is pretty good. Magic attack 46 would have been better if this was 62, and 39 on the buff debuff extension, which is pretty solid. The support materia is also not bad, but also not great. So I'll give this weapon, I mean, it is a Imperil that goes high at the beginning, so it's definitely an A weapon. I don't like these Imperils with HP thresholds on them. They can be a real big pain in certain battles. So yeah, so we'll kink it to an A- instead of an A. All right, so let's go on. So we've had B, A-, and by the time we get to the end of this, we're gonna take an average and then figure out what exactly he is overall, right? So next one is called Sawed Off or GS, whatever that is, Greatsword. It's definitely not a Greatsword. This one has 540 magic attack. This one is a self-buff, it looks like. Magic attack is increased high, max potency high. Also, magic defense is increased. So it raises magic attack and magic defense while also increasing limit gauge potency by 3% and does a 15% heal on self. So super, super interesting. Kind of like a souped-up Aonibi right here. Now, I'm curious what this looks like at the beginning. It's still mid to high on the magic attack. Magic defense is also mid to high on the second cast. So by OB6, they're both instantly high, which is great. Good to know. And then for the R abilities, we have attack and magic ability potency. Not bad. And the same stuff in the back end right here. This is kind of a weird physical / magic weapon. I'll give this one a B+ because it is kind of a step up from other self-buff weapons in the game. But at the same time, the R abilities are not out of this world, and same with the support materials here. So we'll give this B+ right here. All right, now let's go on to the next one right here. We got 5 left. This one is T03 Model N. The ability is called Quick Draw, 2 ATB cost. I believe this is the first of its kind in the game. In the beta, Barrett had a weapon that had 2 ATB cost, but they changed it for the launch. So I believe this is now the first weapon. Oh no, Nameless also has 2 ATB cost. That's right, Nameless. So it is the second one. This one deals 300% physical non-elemental damage, right? So essentially this would be 600% if it was 4 ATB cost, technically double, right? So it's on the low end. The lower your HP, the higher the ability potency, max ×3. Also increases limit gauge potency by 2%. Physical attack 62, so that's solid, and physical ability potency, but only 26 on the physical ability potency. Was looking for 39 here, but still pretty damn solid overall, though I think something like Ultimatic would be used. Would be better off in this position, or like another physical attack 62 weapon. But the fact that it's not linked to an elemental attribute like Radiant Edge for Sephiroth, which is 62 physical attack, but then fire potency, we have Bald Eagle 62 over ice potency. So the fact that it's 62 over physical ability potency, pretty damn solid, not going to lie. All right, so jumping over here, the support materia, double physical ability damage plus 20%, not bad. So this one is better. Triple on the attack is going to deal 900% damage on a 2 ATB cost weapon. It's just how low does your HP have to be in order for this to kind of trigger is the question here. But overall, I'm going to give this weapon an A, just because I feel like it could be pretty dang good. But if you really need to be low in HP, it would probably drop down to like a B plus, A minus, all right? So we'll just give it an A minus just for now. All right, so we have B, B, A minus, B plus, A minus, all right? Now let's go to this one. I'm gonna try and keep up with what all these grades are. All right, so let's go over here to short barrel, level 120, 643 physical attack. The weapon ability is called Storm Round, 4 ATB cost, deals 400% physical wind damage. The higher your HP, the higher the ability potency. Okay, now this I can work with. Also increases limit gauge potency by 4% per cast. It has 31 physical attack, which is low, but very high wind potency here, which is great right here. So pretty solid all around. The wind potency very high, especially because physical attack is easier to max. All right, now if we look at the support materia, it is all 3 physical ability damage plus 20%, so that's also pretty solid here, guys. So this will be doing 1200% physical wind damage at max HP. This weapon I'm definitely giving a solid A to, if not A+. I think we're basically always trying to be at max HP, but it does go down lower. So if you're super low in HP, it's only going to deal 400%. So all of his weapons are kind of like a double-edged sword, which is interesting but tricky to use the character, especially because we don't have a true manual mode. Because we don't have a true manual mode, the character will auto-cast, maybe at the wrong time. So I'm going to say, let's give this one an A for now instead of an A+, just because of that double-edged sword variation on it. But it is a very solid weapon. So this is a solid A. It's his first solid A weapon. All right. Now let's go. Is that this one right here? It is. All right. So we have 3 more. Let's just double check. We have B, B, A minus, B plus, A minus, A. All right. Now let's go to this next one right here. This one is S1976C. All right. It's called Spellgun Shower, 4 ATB cost, deals 540% magic non-elemental damage to all enemies. Physical attack is decreased mid to high. Magic attack is decreased mid to high. This is basically Akuja's Spirit Blade, guys. All right. So let's look at this at OB6. All right. Okay, gotcha. At OB10, it's still mid to high. That's a bummer, guys. They should have at least had this go high on the OB10, but at least it does. Let's look at it at base 5-star. It's mid to mid base 5-star. That's a little bit of a bummer, not gonna lie, because it's gonna be hard to wishlist this with other characters that, you know, are gonna be able to get high on the first cast. Electro Cannon for one of them. I believe there's another character that can do it as well. But yeah, at OB6, potency mid to high is more or less pretty solid. I'm gonna give this weapon a B+. I feel like the fact that neither of these go to high on the first cast is just a bit tricky. It'd be hard to use this in end game content. For those of you guys that don't have a weapon with this mechanic, it's definitely gonna do the job. Now let's look at the R abilities at OB10 right here. Magic attack 46, boost ability potency 39. That's standard. And we have magic ability damage. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a B+, guys. All right. Now we got 2 left right now. We have Gilded Age here. This one looks pretty damn cool. I like the look on this one. 528 to both stats. This one increases the limit gauge by 10%. 10% to self, increases magic heal by 13%. So it is it's a self heal super small with a regen and increases the limit gauge by 10%. I don't really know why you would want to use this, because you can almost get half this potency with other weapons that actually do damage. So, however, the R ability, 62 in HP, always solid. Boost ability potency, pretty low though at 26, guys. So it is good. I just don't really see this being used very often. Maybe in extremely niche content. So let's say ability damage, physical, and magic right here. So it is kind of a flip right there. But I feel like this will be more often used as a sub weapon And then in very, very, very niche circumstances, this would be used outside of that. So despite the fact that it has 62 HP here, I'm just going to give this thing a B, a solid B, just because I feel like it will almost never see the light of day in combat. And I think that's going to lead us to the very last weapon here on the list, guys, which is the Kath Palug. This is an AoE Blizzaga, deals 520% magic ice damage, range of all enemies, has basic magic attack at 31, ice potency at 52, which is not bad. Then we have ability damage 10%, magic ability damage 20, and magic ability damage 20%. Honestly, not that great. I feel like this needed some type of magic defense break on it or a magic attack up buff on it in order to be actually relevant in any type of hard content in the game. So this just adds another one of those AoE weapons to the table. If you do happen to eventually get it OB10 by, chance of mere luck pulling on banners, probably at OB10 you might be able to slot it just because of that ice potency here, but there's also better weapons out there as well. So I'm going to give this one a C+. All right, so that is going to cover all the weapons. I will say here though, but for this weapon right here, the white dog, this weapon right here, this is definitely S tier. All right, this is an incredibly good weapon, guys. Incredibly good. See this 5% limit gauge draw or increase right here? It's half of the other one and also does 940% damage. With the target debuff, we're talking over 1100% here, with amazing R abilities, magic attack to all allies, really good support abilities. So we have S, B, B, A minus, B plus, A minus, A, right? And then I think we had B plus, B, and C plus here. So we had one solid A, two A minuses, right, an S, and then we had one C plus and a solid amount of Bs. So I think that overall Vincent right now is looking like a B plus, right? If you take into consideration the fact that he has the strongest Earth Elemental weapon in the game with Earth Arcanum, with his limit breaks brought into that, and the fact that he is the only one who can imperil Earth, it bumps him up. So I'd say that Vincent gets around an A minus in an overall tier. So he is looking pretty solid. All right, guys, so that's going to cover all of his weapons. So if you guys were interested for Vincent's kit at all and what to do, that is going to be it. If you were pulling for Vincent and you guys are wish listing some of these, right? His main kit is going to be, let's go take a look at his gear voucher costume, all right? And we can see what else we have to work with here, all right? Because the main one is Reprieve and Earth Arcanum. So let's look at this one right here. All right, where is it? All right, so here it is. This one gives boost attack and physical defense. So kind of could be used in different circumstances, all right? But I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I would even wishlist any of his weapons. I feel like you want to, because you don't just want him with a strong weapon in the main hand and then his offhand weapon is like base 5-star, right? But I think that going for the Chiron, the Earth Arcanum, especially if you pulled this, is definitely going to be on your wish list for sure. Take this to OB6 and then you can reevaluate from there. The wind weapon is solid. The problem is that it's physical and his main costume right now is boosting magic. So you're going to have to pick up something later on for this. And then we'll see if he even gets a Wind Arcanum, which means that he would even get a better weapon than this anyway. So it is kind of up in the air. I think that maybe having the physical magic attack down weapon, which is this one right here, would be another choice to also wishlist, or the one that raises magic attack and magic defense. Which one was that? Is it this one right here? Yeah, so possibly those three right there. But other than that, kind of hard to say. There's nothing else that's really shouting out at me. All right, guys, so that being said, for those of you guys that want to see some ticket pulls, I'm super curious. I've been saving stuff up. So here are 10 5-star ticket pulls right here. Let's hope that I get at least something from Vincent. Let the world show me where I should be going regarding this new character. And hopefully we will get some overall luck on this right here. All right, let's see. I'm actually just going to let Cloud go for it. All right, we already know that it's going to be a 5-star. All right, so actually I'll just skip through it. We already know it's going to be 10 5-stars. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, are any of them Vincent, guys? None of them are Vincent. That is just a freaking shame. I did get a new weapon for Yuki, though. I bet it's Hawkeye. Did I freaking call it? I called it. All right, heck yeah. All right, so there's Earth right there. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have that costume. All right, is that the Prism Rod? That's pretty cool. I already have that OB10, though, unfortunately. All right, so what did we get? So nothing crazy here. Ooh, feathered gloves. I'm down for that. Is this silver collar? Noble collar. All right. Ooh, electro cannon. All right, so not bad overall. I think I'll save my last 2 tickets until I get up to 10 again to use those. But I do have a bunch of Vincent tickets down below. So let's go down here. I'm going to drop some of these. I have 70 of these right here. So let's check these out. I'm not going to make you guys watch through all of these animations right here, just because it's a lot of ticket pulls to do. All right, so let's see. We'll wait for him to look to the right. But I'm kind of curious. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff here, guys. Nothing right there so far. But hopefully we'll get some good luck. I'm still on the fence about the whole thing. I still feel bitter towards Applebot. I feel like the whole limit break draw thing is just like, was not well handled. I know that some people are saying that, you know, they were unclear about what they meant, but I sincerely believe this, guys, that we support this game. It does not exist without us. And I feel like, you know, we're in an exchange, like a business relationship with Applebot, and we deserve clarity on these banners. We deserve to know what they entail, what they mean, you know? It's not right of them to leave that ambiguity in there and leave us in the dark. So, all right, Heavy Hauser. I think I'm getting pretty close to that on OB10. All right, hopefully I can actually pull a single Vincent weapon, which would be freaking crazy, guys, if I didn't even get one. All right, that would be a freaking tell right there, right? Ooh, here we go. Cloud. All right, come on. Multiple. Ooh, all right, that's Tifa. Maybe bunny gloves or feathered gloves would be pretty sick. All right, I think that's Power Soul. I don't think I really need that, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to keep on going. I think I'll stop at 20 and then go do my Vincent pulls here. It doesn't seem like I'm getting too much luck on pulling Vincent on these draws right here. All right, there we go. Back to back right there. Maybe this is it. Maybe Vincent will be the next one right here. Who's that? Zach. There's so many characters now in the game, guys. I think there's 13 characters, something like that. Pretty crazy. Ooh, Twinkling Star, I'll take that. All right. So it's like, I don't even know how many freaking weapons. We're talking like at least over 130 weapons in the general pool, which is pretty freaking gnarly if you're trying to get like 3 of them, right? All right, so here we go, guys. Here's the Vincent pulls. I didn't get any luck so far. So put your guys' heart out there with me. So hopefully I'll get something right here. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully. I'm going to let this one play out. I want Cloud to show us how it's done here. Get some good ticket pulls from Vincent. All right, there we go. Come on. Onegaishimasu. Onegaitashmasu. Come on, Cloud. Come on, let's go. Hell yeah. All right, so that's definitely at least 1 5-star. Hopefully it's like 10 5-stars, guys. I know that some people have said that I shouldn't hope for 10 5-stars. I don't expect to get it, but I hope for it every single time. All right, so there we go. Let's see what we got. Kiron. I don't know what that is. Gilded Age. That's the worst one. The worst one. All right, for sure. All right, but we did get a 5-star, all right? So I'm not going to complain, even though it is the worst weapon that we could have pulled on this entire thing. All right, second pull. Let's go, Cloud. Bring the frickin' rain, bro. In a good way. All right, let's see here. We'll try him if he looks up. Maybe that's it. Come on. Oh, crushing, guys. Crushing. I feel like Applebot is pissed at me for calling them out on their bullshit. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully I've just had a spout of bad luck, and now hopefully I'll get some good luck right here on this pull. Let's see how this goes. Let's freaking go. All right, come on. At least 5 stars right here. All right, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, all right. It is a new weapon. Which one's that? Kathpalug. Is that the AoE Blizzaga weapon? I think it is, guys. Also, probably pretty freaking terrible if this is the AoE Blizzaga weapon. It is. Wow. Not really getting decent pull luck, right? I mean, I've gotten 2 5 stars so far. But the weapons, guys, it's not letting me have my way. But I'm going to fight it. All right, so let's wait. Let's have him look up again. See if that's the key. Come on. Come on. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Oh, okay. So I don't know how many tickets I have left, guys, but we're not looking good so far on this Vincent banner. So we're down to 20 tickets. All right, so we have 10 to go. Let's see how this one goes. All right. Come on. I'm going to let this one play out. I skip a lot of them, but sometimes you just got to let Cloud do his thing. All right, here we go, guys. Send me some luck. 10 Vincent 5 stars. Let's go. I know it's possible. Oh. Oh, that's brutal, guys. Wow. All blue except for one. Savage. Not getting good luck at all, but it is what it is. This is my last pull. Hopefully we get something good here. Now I'm even leaned further away from Vincent. I just feel like, what are you going to do with him? Especially his weapon is limit breakable. We don't even know that if we can wishlist it at the anniversary. Shit's just crazy, man. Wow, no luck whatsoever. That's really brutal. I had the similar thing happen to me with Kate Sith. Yuffie was the one where I got really good luck on the character, actually. So that's going to basically end my pulls for tonight, guys. I might come back and try some regular ticket pulls at a later time, but I think that for now, I'm just going to let that be what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, all the information about Vincent. I hope it helps you guys make your own choices. If you did enjoy the video, if it was helpful, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.